The NFL draft isn't just a routine annual event. It's an all-out war between 32 franchises fighting to secure the future of their teams. Every pick, every decision, every rumor carries weight. And at the heart of this battlefield lies the Senior Bowl, where scouts, executives, and coaches from every NFL team gather to analyze, critique, and uncover the next generation of elite talent. But let's get one thing straight. This isn't just about talent. The Senior Bowl is where players either skyrocket their draft stock or collapse under the pressure. It's where a single rep in practice can be the difference between becoming a first-round pick or slipping into irrelevance. And this year, the buzz coming out of Mobile, Alabama is explosive. Let's break down the biggest winners, shocking revelations, and the brutal reality of what's happening behind the scenes. When it comes to sheer physical dominance, Texas A&M's Shemar Stewart is turning heads. At 6'5", 181 pounds, with an insane 83-inch wingspan comparable to Jadeveon Clowney, this guy looks like he was sculpted in a lab to destroy offensive linemen. Scouts love his burst off the line for a man his size. He stamped himself as the best player, one NFL personnel evaluator said. Sounds like a surefire first rounder, right? Not so fast. For all his physical gifts, Stewart has been shockingly unproductive. Just 4.5 sacks in 3 seasons, only 1.5 sacks this year? That's concerning. The NFL is littered with guys who look like gods at the combine but disappeared on Sundays. Is Stewart just another athletic mirage? Verdict: high risk, high reward. Some team will take the bait, but he's far from a sure thing. Meanwhile, 2 guys who actually know how to get to the quarterback, Marshall's Mike Green and Boston College's Donovan Ezeiruaku, aren't getting nearly enough attention. Green, 17 sacks this season. Ezeiruaku, 16.5 sacks. These guys are proven producers, but here's the problem. They don't have Stewart's freakish measurables. Ezeiruaku, at just 6'2", 248 pounds, has scouts questioning whether he can survive in the NFL trenches. But his college coach, Bill O'Brien, isn't having it. He's comparing him to former Texan star Whitney Merciless. And let's be real, if a guy can bend the edge and make 6.6 tackles miss, does it really matter if he's too small? Verdict: if teams let these two slide because they're obsessed with physical traits, they'll regret it. These guys get results. Forget everything you've heard. This draft is boiling down to Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders for QB1. And right now, the momentum is shifting heavily in Ward's favor. His ability to extend plays, make defenders miss, and thrive under pressure is exactly what today's NFL demands. One coach compared him to Jaden Daniels, the 2024 draft's number 2 overall pick, saying, "When it wasn't there, Daniels could make a play. Cam has that same ability." But here's the issue. Ward is far from a traditional top draft pick. He started at an FCS school before bouncing to Washington State and Miami. That's a lot of moving pieces. NFL teams will love his talent, but hate the inconsistency in his journey. Verdict: he's QB1 for now, but teams will dig deep into his past. Can he handle the pressure of leading an NFL franchise? Jackson Dart, QB3 or just a system guy? Alabama's Jalen Milroe had a rough Senior Bowl week, so the spotlight shifted to Ole Miss's Jackson Dart. Statistically, 4,279 yards, 29 TDs, 6 INTs. Solid. But scouts don't trust Lane Kiffin's system. It rarely translates to the NFL. Dart struggled early in practice, looking lost under center. That's not what you want from an NFL quarterback. An AFC scout said, "I could see him getting pushed up in the draft, but he shouldn't be a first rounder." Translation: weak QB class, someone will reach for him. Verdict: a team in desperate need, Jets, Raiders, might bite earlier than they should. Buyer beware. Gray Zabel from farm life to the big leagues. Let's talk about the biggest riser of the Senior Bowl, North Dakota State's Gray Zabel. This dude turned down 6-figure NIL offers to stay at NDSU and chase a championship. And he did it while planting 250 acres of corn in his hometown. But here's the kicker. He came into the Senior Bowl as an FCS tackle and left as a legitimate top 50 pick thanks to his versatility. Scouts were buzzing about how he dominated at center and guard. Verdict, he's making himself money. The type of guy who could sneak into the first round. Brashard Smith, NFL's next weapon? SMU's Brashard Smith might be the most dangerous offensive weapon nobody is talking about. Originally a wide receiver at Miami, he switched to running back at SMU and exploded for 1,332 rushing yards, 14 TDs, and 39 catches for 4 more scores. NFL teams love guys who create matchup nightmares, and one AFC scout put it bluntly, you can find matchups with him. At 5'9", 195 pounds, he's not a full-time back, but in today's NFL, does that even matter? He's big enough to be a rotational weapon and too dynamic to ignore. Verdict, he's a steal waiting to happen. Bet on him making plays at the next level. Final take. Who made the most money at the Senior Bowl? 1. Gray Zabel, from unknown to potential top 50 pick. 2. Cam Ward, solidified himself as QB1 for now. 3. Brashard Smith, the ultimate NFL chess piece. 4. Mike Green and Donovan Ezeiruaku, sack artists who deserve more respect. 5. Shemar Stewart. Most scouts are in love, but should they be?